What is good, guys? What is good? Back with another video, this time on Latu. And I've seen this dude's name pop up when I've watched Colts games, right? Like I knew that he dropped to them in the draft because a couple years ago because of like a neck scare, but he's been healthy up to this point, and I honestly think that they hit on this draft pick. Chris Ballard's kind of struggled drafting with pass rushers on the outside, but I think he hit on this dude. I mean, what is he? He's like 6'5", like 265, moves really well. Overall, man, I actually enjoy watching this dude play. So you see right here, his snap count went up from 618 to 755. Just better all around for his second year. You could tell he just kind of turned it up, bro. From like 4 sacks to 11 sacks, same amount of hits with 9, nothing crazy, right? But the hurries, 25 to 41. And even if you're not getting hits, getting hurries can have a major impact on the game, you know? And you see right there, 19 to 29 tackles. Would love to see that go up more. But a lot more stops. And PFF does a metric as in stops. So you see like a 1 to 2 yard play on the outside. It's just a solo tackle. That's kind of how they do that. Didn't have as many forced fumbles from 3 to 1, but he did have 3 interceptions, bro. He had 3 interceptions. But enough of that. Let's dive straight into the film. So you see him right here, down to the bottom, up against the Miami Dolphins, and he's gonna drop back straight into coverage. And just watch this, bro. I mean, he's looking like a defensive back out there. Watch him on this play. He drop back right here. Look at this. And look at him get depth. Like he's covering that, then he covers that crosser, ends up getting the pick. That's what I'm saying, bro. He straight up looked like a defensive back out there. Let's watch it again. It's like, look at this. Drops back into coverage. Can sense this crosser coming. Look at that. He kind of like drops his hips. Kind of feels another crosser on his backside. Look at that. Recognizes it, gets depth, ends up getting the pick. And for a big guy at his size, bro, playing like that in coverage is a little bit crazy to me, if I'm being real with you. Look at that. That's wild. That's wild. That's a wild play from a big dude. All right, on this play, looks like they are up against the Tennessee Titans. We're going to have him off the edge right here against this right tackle. Let's see what he does on this play. And look at that, bro. They're going to try to chip him with the block. Look at that. They're going to try to bring the left guard over, and he is all over that. Look at that. Ducks a little bit. That was a poor block, right? It was a poor block, and honestly, he just avoided it and ended up blowing up this play on the edge. Look at that. Nothing's going to get there. Blowing up the play before he could even get past the line of scrimmage. This is a really good play by Latu. Let's watch it one more time. Right here. Boom. Sinks his hips. Boom. Trips up the play. You ain't getting shit, boy. All right, on this play up against the Los Angeles Rams, again, looks like he's going to be lined up on the right, up against the right tackle 79. Let's see if he stays on him, but let's see what happens on this play. Whew. Oh, man. That was down near a pick, too. Look at that. See, like, sets him up, swipes through, and then it's just all full go to Matthew Stafford. And look at that. Oh man, Matthew Stafford's lucky that wasn't a fumble. And I mean, it was even down near picked off too, but just a really good swipe and then a really good pursuit, you know, after Matthew Stafford. And like I said, he down near got the forced fumble right here, but he had a major impact on that play. Because as you can see, you see him coming in, you see him hit Matthew Stafford. Look at this. Boom. And Matthew Stafford was going to deliver a absolute deep ball down the sidelines to that wide receiver. And you just never know if that's going to go for a touchdown or not. So that was a crucial, hit on the QB in that scenario. All right, on this play up against the Rams, you're going to see him off to the right here, up against the left tackle. Let's see what he can do on this play. Look at that. He's driving him back into the QB, and then he just slips off and gets a sack. Look at that. Now, it didn't happen like subtle, right? But you can see the power. Just look at him just slowly driving back into Matthew Stafford. Stafford hits the pump. And at this point, right, it's really starting to get dangerous for Matthew Stafford. Look at all these defensive linemen all around Stafford. And Stafford's not the most mobile guy, too, right? Like, look at that. See him driving him back. The other Colts defensive linemen are doing a pretty good job, too. But look at this. He has all the leverage in the world. And he just rips off his guy, gets Matthew Stafford. Boom, that's a sack. Like too easy. You can't be sitting back there sitting pretty for too long, Matty. You got to get rid of that shit. All right, then we have this play up against the Raiders. Looks like he's up at the top right there, up against the right tackle. And he's going to drop back into coverage, and watch him in this play. Ball's going to end up being tipped. Watch this right here. Boom, gets tipped, picks off that thing. Too easy. We're going to see something very similar like that, but look at that. Picks it off, really good with the hands. You know, you see larger defensive linemen like that. You see them drop batted balls and shit like that all the time. But this dude has pretty good hands for his size, right? Like I said, I was like, that one play he's playing like a defensive back, but you see right there, his teammate does a really good job getting the tip, and then him already in coverage doing a really good job of just being aware, gets the ball, picks that thing off, 70 tackles him, and that's a turnover. And that was in the red zone too, dude. Like, it's a crucial play. Doesn't matter who you're playing. That's a red zone stop right there. All right, then on this play, looks like we got him lined up. Basically, it's like a defensive tackle, right? Pretty much like a 2 technique, heads up over the left guard. Let's see what he'll do on this play. Whew, super patient with it. Look at that pursuit. Ooh! Look at that pursuit. Look at that pursuit. He kind of pulled the Myles Garrett a little bit right there too. You know how Myles Garrett did a little bit of a cross up, then he kind of sets this guy up and straight through the hole. That's not exactly what we saw here, but look at that. He's kind of dancing, hits the hezzy, kind of like a wide receiver. You know how wide receivers kind of hit that hezzy when they're super fast? Look at that. This is a really good switch up. Loops around. Offensive line's not able to stop him. Look at that. Then it's just a pursuit after the quarterback. Boom. Gets the hit. They're trying to complete the deep pass, but man, this guy's like a banshee. This guy is like a banshee. He is very fast for his size. Look at that. Gets the hit on the QB, and that play didn't end up even being a completed pass. Look at that. Boom. Okay, on this play up against the Chargers, looks like we have him lined up on the right here. Is that a tight end? They got a tight end trying to block my man right here. We'll see how that works out. So you got. Oh, he's just gonna drive that tight end right back into the run play on the outside. Ends up getting Hampton. Is that Hampton or Vital? I think it's Hampton. Anyway, honestly does not matter. Drives that tight end back. You're not gonna be wanting to stick a tight end on Latu. Not this guy. Look at that. Drives him back, blows up this play off the edge, does a really good job. And you heard me talk earlier about stops. That right there would be considered a stop by one man. Latu himself. Look at that. Blows up the play on the edge. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, on this play, looks like he's going to be lined up on the left right here. Again, looks like it might be a tight end again. Let's see if that's the turnout. Whew. Slips past. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, Justin Herbert. Get rid of that thing. Slips right through the left tackle. Left tackle doesn't get a hand on him. Tight end barely blocks him. Straight past the running back. And at that point, it's like, oh, my God, Justin Herbert, get rid of that thing. Because look at this pop. Boom. Like, protect your man. But, dude, he did a really good job of navigating through all those blocks that were honestly pretty pathetic in my opinion. But, hey, as a defensive lineman, do you really care in that scenario? No, I just want to get a hit on the QB. That's exactly what Latu does right here. Look at this. Boom. All right, man. Before we continue, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. Need to get some more Colts fans in this mix too, man. We do. But let's hop straight into this play. So right here, looks like they're coming out in a multiple tight end set. I believe that's tight end or fullback. But we got Latu off of the edge right here. Let's see what we get out of this play. Look at that. Fights through 2 guys and gets a hand on Justin Herbert. And look at that. I'm pretty sure that's Lad McConkey open in the middle. But Justin Herbert's not able to get a super accurate pass on this because look at Latu. Look at this. Whoop, rips through this guy right here. Got past. Got another guy. He's like, get out of my way. Swipes right through that. Gets a shoelace tackle on Justin Herbert. And look at that. I mean, we're talking about a wide open Lad McConkey in the end zone. If Latu's not able to get a hand and kind of apply some pressure on Justin Herbert, you can bet your ass that this is probably going to be a touchdown. But look at that. Boom. Ends up being a super inaccurate pass, and it's just not happening. All right, on this play again, got him off the edge on the left, up against the left tackle. Let's see what we get right here. Whew. And I mean, honestly, at the beginning, the left tackle was honestly holding up pretty well. You could kind of see Latu kind of starting to drive him back, right? Like, you could tell that, I mean, look at that power, bro. He's driving him back, forcing him back. And by that point, he's just getting a little bit too wide. Gets a little wide right here. Look at that. Swipes through. And then it's just all pursuit to Justin Herbert, along with his other teammate right here. Boom, that's a split sack. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, let's see what we get right here. Up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep, up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, look at those splits, bro. Look at those splits. They're running like a wide 9 right here. Look at him off of the edge right here up against the left tackle. Looks like we have Gainwell. Maybe Gainwell stays in. Maybe he doesn't. But let's see what we get from Latu on this play. He freaking straight up punked that left tackle. Look at that. And that's just all hands. Look at that. That's all hands. Get out of my way. Swipes through right up in the face of Aaron Rodgers. And you see those other Colts players right there as well. But bro, that's just all Latu right there. Turning, making that left tackle look stupid. Damn, bro. I would not listen. Latu's big as hell and he's fast, bro. It's funny. It's funny because, like, whenever I hear his name, it always makes me think of a teammate that I had in high school. So I had the homie in my grade. I'm not gonna drop the name. I'll say their last name though. But I had a homie who was in my grade, and he had an older brother. They were both Latus. The Latu in my grade, he was just kind of normal size like the rest of us. But his brother, who would actually go on to play at San Jose State, dude, Latu was like what was he? He was 6'3", like 340 pounds. He's a defensive tackle, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, running JV, and when they put me on varsity, I was so happy when I was on varsity, so I was like, I don't have to deal with that bullshit. But when I was on JV running up against varsity and him at defensive tackle, I was like, man, please, baby Jesus, don't let Latu hit me. He is too big. He will break my body. It was just funny whenever I hear Latu's name, I just think of that teammate that I had. Yeah, bro. Polynesians here in Utah, I'm telling you right now, those brothers know how to ball. I'm telling you that right now. But let's hop straight back into this. So he's up against the Steelers. Sorry for that. I just had to tell. So we got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming out of shotgun. Looks like we got Latu off of the edge right here on the left. Let's see what we get on this play. Whoo, a little bit of a spin. Oh, spin back inside. Oh, that was a really good move, dude. And the defensive tackle did a really good job pursuing Aaron Rodgers too. But look at this. Swipes pass. He's going to take the wide angle. But look at this. He sees Aaron Rodgers still in the pocket. Freaking spins back the other way. A little bit of misdirection on the left tackle. Boom. And then boom. Sack on Aaron Rodgers. Split sack. Really good awareness. Really good pursuit. Look at that. Gets Aaron Rodgers and it's done at that point. Look at that. Boom. A little bit of a running back spin. All right. On this play, looks like, what are the Steelers? They got a tight end in the backfield. What are they? 12 personnel. They got 2 tight ends in. We got Latu off of the edge right here up against the left tackle. Let's see what we get on this play. They're going to try to set up the screen, bro. And he absolutely snuffed that screen out. Look at that. Takes on the left tackle. He's forcing the left tackle vertical too, right? And as a result of that, they're just not able to set up that screen. He blew it up before anything could happen. I mean, we're talking, he's got his one defensive back right there, but bro, he blew up that play. I mean, we're talking 2 versus 1, and look at that. Boom. Blows it up. Shit ain't going nowhere. All right, on this play against the Steelers, they're going to line up another tight end on him. Yes, sir. We got Latu off of the edge right here. Let's see what happens on this play. Drive him right back in Aaron Rodgers. Yes, sir. With tight ends, dude, even some of the best blocking tight ends, put a George Kittle up against this guy, they're only going to hold up for so long. I mean, look at him drive that tight end from the Pittsburgh Steelers back. Is that Washington? I could be wrong. But look at that sack, dude. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Boom! Aaron Rodgers got real uncomfortable on that rep. All right, then we have this play up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Looks like Chiefs coming out in 12 personnel. We got Latu off of the edge right here up against this left tackle on the Chiefs. Let's see what we get on this play. Little bit of RPO, and he ends up picking that off. And you know what? I think I actually do remember watching that game. I think I watched that game, but I didn't watch this clip though, because I like tuned in later on in the game and I was like, oh, there was a pick by the Colts. But I mean, look at this. A little bit of RPO, gets a hand on that thing, ends up picking off his own tip. Come on, man. You can't ask for any better than that. Putting your offense in a prime position to score too. Look at that. And RPOs for a defensive end, it's like a nightmare. Look at that. Gets a hand up. We all know he's super long. Luckily, Patty Mahomes brought him down because that was a great play by Latu. Look at that. And I mean, he even bit inside a little bit too, but that right hand though, look at that. Boom. Tips it up, picks off his own pass, gets the turnover. It's dope as hell. All right. Looks like they are up against the Seattle Seahawks. We got him off the edge right here up against the tackle of the Seattle Seahawks. And I believe 72, both of the tackles on the Seattle Seahawks are actually pretty good. And, you know, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, is this your starter or is it not? I forget the starters. I forget their names and I forget their numbers. So let's see what he does on this play up against this right tackle on. Oh, man. Is that Charbonnet? Yeah, bro. How about we not try to stick a running back on Latu? Look at that. And I mean, ooh, that was a really smooth move past Charbonnet. Look at that. Double dip. Foop. Makes him miss. Blows up Sam Darnold. Look at that. Absolutely going nowhere. Let's watch it one more time. Foop. Boom. Blows it up. Freaking kind of snapped your boy's neck a little bit too. Sam Darnold, that shit was looking uncomfortable as hell. All right. Looks like this rep is up against the San Francisco 49ers. Looks like the 49ers have 12 personnel. They got 2 tight ends in, George Kittle and 89. I believe that's Tonjes, I believe. Maybe not. But we got him off of the edge right here. Let's see what Latu does on this play, bro. Another one. Ooh, oh my God, bro. That was a lucky as hell play, though. I do remember this. So I remember putting this clip together, and I remember that play. But look at him rip past this tight end. You do not want to put tight ends on this type of defensive end. You just don't. On this type of edge rusher, you just don't. All right? Look at that. Blows it up. Boom. And luckily, the 49ers got that. And I'm sure that play didn't go for a lot, but that's just kind of one of those freak plays. But that play honestly reminded me of Hassan Reddick when Hassan Reddick blew up Brock Purdy. But luckily, Brock Purdy didn't get hurt right here. But look at that. Boom! Gets the fumble. It may not have been a turnover, but hey, bro. He applied that pressure. He got there. It's just a freak play. But, yeah, man. I mean, Latu, he's good as hell. He's good as hell. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of things happening with the Indianapolis Colts. Latu on defense, I am actually extremely excited for his 3rd year with the Indianapolis Colts. Like, I'm expecting this dude to turn up. I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you guys think about Latu. Are you expecting him to have a big year? Do you think this year was a little bit fluky? I don't think so, but do you guys think so? Let me know down in the comments. Like I said earlier in the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. Hit bell notifications, and yeah, man. Appreciate you guys watching. And it's your boy Shady Luke, and I'm outie. Deuces.